Hello friends. Today, the movie we are going to explain is called Trader, which is a psychological thriller. And if you are someone connected to the stock market or planning to get involved in the future, then you must definitely watch this movie. Friends, do let us know in the comments how you like the video, and don't forget to share it with your friends. So, the story begins with a girl named Amanda, sitting in a basement, talking to someone on the phone. On the other end of the call was a man. After confirming his name, Amanda tells him she is calling from the credit card safety department. She says, "Some expensive transactions have been made using your card. Were those transactions made by you?" The man responds, "I haven't used my card anywhere, and it's still in my wallet." Then Amanda says, "Can you please confirm your card number so we can check some details?" The man shares his card number, and Amanda also gets the 3-digit security code from the back of his card. Actually, Amanda is a scammer who runs small scams like this. She uses other people's credit card details to order goods online and then sells them on different websites to earn money. But Amanda had big dreams, which couldn't be fulfilled through small-time scams. She wanted to earn a lot of money in life. One day, Amanda was browsing a bank's website when she received a message: "Open a trading account for financial freedom." Amanda didn't know much about trading or investing, so she thought she should first learn the basics of trading. She ordered a book to learn more. The book explained that the stock market is essentially a fight between bulls and bears. In stock market language, those who buy stocks are called bulls, it means buyers, and those who sell stocks are called bears, it means sellers. Amanda also learns from the book when to hold a long position and when to go for short selling. If you think the price of a stock will rise, you go long, buy, and follow a bull rally. On the other hand, if you think the stock's price will fall, you go short, sell, which is called a bear position. The chart used to see whether the market is going up or down is called a candlestick chart. In simple terms, a green candle means buy, and a red candle means sell. In the market, you must always manage your risk. Only then can you survive in the long term. After learning all this, Amanda calls the author of the book, Emily Ross, and says, "Mrs. Ross, I read your book on the stock market. You focused a lot on long-term investing, but why didn't you focus on short-term investments?" Emily Ross replies, "So you're talking about day trading?" Amanda says, "Yes, I'm talking about day trading." Emily responds, "Day trading is like a get-rich-quick scheme, or to put it more bluntly, it's just gambling." Amanda says, "But I've read about many people online who became successful through day trading." To this, Emily Ross replies, "The internet spreads more lies than any other point in human history. The truth about trading is this: imagine 1 million people buy a lottery ticket, and everyone thinks they'll be the one to win. Now tell me, who is going to get rich in that case? The person buying the lottery or the one selling it?" Amanda answers, "The one selling it." Exactly, that's the truth about trading. In this game, the ones who always make money are the lottery sellers, i.e., the big institutions that control the market. The life of a day trader is like being in a prison. As a day trader, you can neither eat in peace nor sleep peacefully. You have to keep making quick decisions and taking fast actions, and this cycle never ends. There's always anxiety. Is this the kind of life you want for yourself? Hearing all this, Amanda pins the last page of Emily Ross's book on her wall, which says, "You cannot beat luck." Well, even after learning all this, Amanda decides to go ahead with day trading because she wanted to get rich quickly. She logs into a trading app on her laptop and also joins a social media network called Market Mouth, where people discuss the stock market. There, Amanda follows an account named Bob the Broker, who had uploaded tutorials on candlestick charts and patterns. Amanda starts watching Bob's tutorial videos and begins memorizing all the patterns and following the rules he shared. Now Amanda was fully prepared, and she placed the first trade of her life. But on the very first day, she suffers a loss of $2,700. Seeing this, Amanda gets very angry at herself. She writes the result of her first day on a big sheet of paper. From then on, Amanda keeps losing every day, and each day she writes "loser" on that paper. Later, we are shown Amanda's 18th day of day trading, and on that day, she makes her first profit. She writes "winner" on the paper and feels very happy. After that, Amanda continues to make profits on the 20th, 21st, and several following days. Each time she profits, she writes it down and declares herself a winner. By now, Amanda had gained confidence in herself. She then writes "real deal" on a paper, meaning Amanda was about to make a big trade. She decides to short the stock of a pharma company because she believed its stock was about to fall. The company, Delta Pax Pharmaceuticals, had conducted a clinical trial for one of its anti-cancer drugs. The trial had been done on 200 patients, and the result was due today. Amanda believed that the trial would fail and the company's stock would drop, so she put everything she had on this trade. Amanda also shared this on MarketMouth, where she had an account under the name Daisy. She wrote, "I'm the only one who has shorted Delta Pax Pharmaceutical. What are your thoughts on this?" Just like she said, Amanda goes ahead and shorts 2,000 shares of Delta Pax. At 9:30 a.m., the market opens, and the stock immediately starts forming green candles, indicating an upward trend. Amanda's losses begin to increase quickly. Seeing her growing losses, Amanda starts to panic. By 12:30 p.m., it's lunchtime, and people on MarketMouth begin to mock Amanda's post, because Delta Pax's stock still hadn't fallen. Amanda grows increasingly anxious as time passes. Frustrated and angry, she stares at her screen. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, Delta Pax's stock forms a huge red candle and starts falling rapidly. Amanda's position swings from loss to profit. News breaks out in the market that the clinical trial for Delta Pax's medicine has failed. The stock keeps crashing, and Amanda hits her profit target. Seeing this, people on MarketMouth start cursing Delta Pax, and Amanda feels happy because everything unfolded just as she had predicted. At 4 p.m., the market closes, and Amanda writes down her achievement on a big sheet of paper. She had made approximately $4,907 in profit. Later that night, Amanda is smoking a cigarette when she receives a message from Bob the broker, whose tutorials she had been watching. Bob writes, "You made a really good call today. How long have you been trading?" Amanda replies, "I've been watching your tutorials for the past month, and today was my first real trade." Then the two of them start talking on the phone. Bob asks Amanda, "How did you predict the stock would fall today?" Amanda replies, "Usually, pharma company stocks rise during a clinical trial period, and if the results are bad, the stock crashes. I noticed this pattern and shorted the stock based on that." Then Bob says, "All right, let me tell you a secret. It's very hard to succeed in the market through just technical analysis. The market works on just three things: greed, fear, and hype. So never buy into hype. Create the hype, and when everyone else starts buying, sell at the top and get out." Now Amanda starts targeting those pharma company stocks that are undergoing clinical trials and are about to release their results. She gathers all the information she can from the dark web about these companies. Amanda also creates some dummy accounts on MarketMouth, a social media-like platform, so she can create hype about those stocks through her posts, influencing people to buy, and then selling them off at inflated prices. In this way, Amanda makes significant profits. During this time, she remains in constant contact with Bob. She shares her analysis with him, and Bob also provides her with valuable information. Amanda isolates herself in her basement, fully focusing on herself. She eats there, exercises there, and takes every step necessary to control her emotions while continuously making profits. Now Amanda is preparing to play a big game. One day, while browsing through a list of pharma companies, her eyes fall on a company named Clean Therapeutics. The name seems familiar. She looks at her medicine bottle and realizes she has been taking medicine produced by the same company. To learn more, Amanda visits the company's website and sees a video of the CEO announcing that the company is about to begin a second-phase clinical trial of a new drug specifically targeting stress disorders, insomnia, anxiety, and chronic panic. One morning at 9:30 a.m., Amanda wakes up to heavy rain. Due to the weather, the power is out, so she can't make any trades that day. She had planned to invest in a particular stock, but now she can't. Frustrated, she throws her phone. The whole day passes like this, and the power returns only after the market has closed. Amanda's phone starts charging, and soon after, she receives a message from Bob. He yells at Amanda for a long time because, due to her, they missed investing in the stock they had planned. Amanda is angry at her own fate. To calm herself, she takes a drug. After that, she loses control. Everything starts to seem as if it's moving. When she sobers up, she wakes up in a panic and sees that one of her hands is bleeding and there's a knife in her other hand. She notices she has drawn arrows and blood on the wall. She follows the arrows and sees that she had written, "Find John Hamilton," on a piece of paper. Amanda had been researching Clean Therapeutics even while high. Amanda starts searching the internet for information on a man named John Hamilton. Many people come up under that name. She then searches John Hamilton death and finds a news report. A 25-year-old Army soldier named John Hamilton was killed in a police encounter. The police claimed he was suffering from a mental health crisis. Amanda digs deeper and finds another news story in which John's mother claims that her son had no history of mental illness, and John's brother tells the media that John wasn't crazy. Amanda realizes John must have had some connection to Clean Therapeutics' clinical trial. She accesses the dark web and finds the list of people who had been part of the clinical trial. The list includes about 200 names. Amanda searches for John Hamilton and finds his name on the list. That confirms it. John Hamilton was indeed one of the participants in the trial, and the company had previously announced they would conduct trials on military personnel. Since John was a soldier, Amanda feels a rush of satisfaction. Amanda finds John's mother's number and calls her. During the call, John's mother says, "My son died because of a pharmaceutical company. He came home on leave, and his hands were trembling. He kept having terrifying dreams. He said even at home, he could still hear bombs and gunfire. One day, police came to our house, knocked on the door, and told me that John had created chaos in a mall. Before he could attack the police, they shot him dead." After hearing this, Amanda decides to take advantage of the situation. She calls John's brother Jake and incites him to take revenge against Clean Therapeutics. Amanda gathers more information online about the company's headquarters, its lobby, everything. At 3 a.m., she calls Bob and tells him that Clean Therapeutics is about to release its clinical trial results. Bob asks whether the stock will go up or down. Amanda had marked a down sign on a paper, but she tells Bob that the stock will go up. She adds that she has contacts in the company's former counsel, from whom she got a leaked copy of the trial result. She tells Bob she sent him the copy. Bob asks when the company will make the official announcement. Amanda replies, "They'll announce it on Friday." She then asks, "If I'm right, will you talk to your boss about me?" Bob responds, "Yes, of course." On Monday, as soon as the market opens, Clean Therapeutics stock begins to rise, from $25 to $27. Bob calls Amanda and says, "We took a position in Clean Therapeutics based on your tip. We bought around 1 million shares. I even told my boss about you this morning. I'll introduce you to him next week." Amanda then calls a company named Colt Creative Capital and is transferred to Mr. Colt. He asks, "So what do you want?" Amanda asks if Robert Webb, aka Bob the broker, works for his company. Mr. Colt replies yes. Amanda then asks, "Did Bob tell you that it was me who gave him the Clean Therapeutics stock tip?" Mr. Colt replies, "Who are you? And what proof do you have?" Amanda says, "I knew Bob wouldn't tell you, but I'm the reason Bob made you such big profits last quarter." Mr. Colt asks again, "What do you want?" Amanda says, "The same position Bob holds in your company. I want that." Amanda then asks, "Did Bob tell you about the clinical trial result I sent him?" Mr. Colt confirms and says he confidently believes the stock will hit $50 by Friday based on that result. Amanda says, "And what if I told you the stock would crash to $3 after touching $50? Colt replies, "To $3? That's a 90% drop. How can you say that?" Amanda replies, "Because I know." Still, Mr. Colt says he trusts his firm and his people, and he will hold his long position in Clean Therapeutics. Amanda says, "Fine. If I'm right, you'll call me at 4 p.m. on Friday," and cuts the call. On Friday morning, Amanda gets ready and sells off the stock at $29. At 9:30 a.m., the market opens. Amanda calls John Hamilton's mother and says, "The time is now." John's mother then goes public and states that John died due to a clinical trial conducted by Clean Therapeutics. Her statement goes viral on MarketMouth. As her statement spreads, the stock price begins to plummet. People start dumping their shares. Amanda then calls Jake and tells him to go to a specific location. Jake follows her instructions and finds a package. Inside the package, he finds a weapon. Amanda tells him to head to his target, Clean Therapeutics headquarters, where the CEO is about to make the official announcement. At 12:30 p.m., the CEO appears in front of the media and states that all the allegations against her company are false. She says there was no one named John on their clinical trial list, and that the company will take legal action against anyone spreading lies. Meanwhile, Jake arrives at the headquarters. Amanda tells him to reach the 7th floor via the fire exit, the conference room, where all the greedy people responsible for his brother's death are present, and she says, "You know what you have to do." Then she hangs up. Amanda listens to the CEO's announcement, and suddenly hears the sound of gunshots. Jake has entered the conference room and is firing at everyone. He kills all the board members. People begin discussing the shooting on MarketMouth. The news spreads rapidly. The stock crashes as everyone scrambles to exit their positions. Bob calls Amanda in a panic. Amanda replies, "Remember once you told me, set the fire yourself so you don't get burned. It's time to sell, but you're still holding." Bob says, "So this was all you're doing?" Amanda replies, "Goodbye, Bob," and ends the call. The stock drops to $3. It's now 4 p.m. Amanda, seeing her profit, tears up. These are tears of joy. She begins writing her victory on paper when Mr. Colt calls. He says, "I'm impressed. You've done something extraordinary. Thanks to you, I lost around $15 million. Amanda replies, And what if I can recover your entire loss by next Friday? Mr. Colt says, then I'm ready to give you a higher position in my company. Are you ready for the job? Amanda says, yes, I am. Mr. Colt tells her to come to his office at 9 a.m. on Monday morning. Amanda burns all the papers in her room where she had written down her wins and losses. She burns everything, leaves the basement, and the movie ends right there.